What if I told you that one of the most intense and unsettling films of the 90s was nearly never made? A film so raw, so unfiltered, that it left audiences shaken and critics in awe. That film is Naked, a 1993 British drama directed by Mike Leigh. This isn't just a movie, it's an experience. It takes you on a chaotic journey through the streets of London, following a man whose sharp wit and dark philosophy expose the harshest truths of society. But behind this film lies a fascinating story of how an actor's improvisation shaped one of the most unforgettable performances in cinema history. Naked won big at the Cannes Film Festival, earning Best Director for Mike Leigh and Best Actor for David Thewlis. But did you know that Thewlis wasn't even the first choice for the role? Stick around to discover this and other surprising details about this unsettling masterpiece. Welcome to Movies Review. If you love deep dives into cinema's most powerful films, make sure to hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you never miss out. Now, let's dive into the haunting world of Naked. Johnny, played masterfully by David Thewlis, is not your typical protagonist. He is sharp, cynical, and endlessly talkative. But behind his biting wit lies a man teetering on the edge of self-destruction. When we first meet Johnny, he's fleeing Manchester after what appears to be a violent encounter with a woman. Seeking refuge in London, he arrives unannounced at the apartment of his ex-girlfriend, Louise. But their reunion is far from warm. Johnny's presence brings tension, and his chaotic energy disrupts the fragile balance of those around him. Soon, Johnny turns his attention to Louise's roommate, Sophie, a troubled woman drawn to his dark charisma. Their interactions are unsettling, intense and unpredictable, shifting between moments of seduction and cruelty. As Johnny wanders the London streets, he engages in long philosophical conversations with strangers, from night security guards to lonely drifters. He challenges them with existential musings, yet his own life remains directionless. Through these encounters, Naked unveils a bleak yet compelling portrait of urban alienation. Johnny's razor-sharp mind sets him apart, but his cynicism isolates him. He isn't just passing through London, he is searching, provoking, and ultimately exposing the loneliness lurking beneath the city's surface. His journey isn't just physical, but deeply psychological, drawing the audience into a world where every conversation is a battle of ideas, and every moment teeters on the brink of chaos. Johnny is a paradox, brilliant yet reckless, charismatic yet repellent. David Thewlis delivers a performance so raw and unfiltered that Johnny feels disturbingly real. His intelligence is undeniable. He effortlessly dissects religion, time, and society with sharp, rapid-fire monologues. Yet, beneath his intellectual bravado lies a man deeply afraid of connection, of responsibility, and perhaps of himself. He pushes people away as much as he draws them in, using words as both a weapon and a shield. Louise, his ex-girlfriend, is the emotional anchor of the film. She represents familiarity and stability, yet she is unable to break free from Johnny's toxic pull. She knows his flaws but still longs for a version of him that may no longer exist. Sophie, on the other hand, is more vulnerable. She is drawn to Johnny's confidence, mistaking his cynicism for depth. Their relationship quickly turns destructive, exposing Johnny's darker impulses. Unlike Louise, who sees through Johnny's facade, Sophie becomes trapped in his chaotic orbit, making their dynamic even more unsettling. Beyond these two women, Johnny's interactions with strangers reveal even more layers to his character. He challenges a night watchman about the futility of his job, engages a lonely woman in a cryptic conversation about the end of the world, and faces off against a violent landlord who, in many ways, is Johnny's mirror image, an embodiment of unchecked cruelty and power. Through these exchanges, Naked presents Johnny not just as a lost soul, but as a man desperately searching for meaning in a world that refuses to give him answers. At its core, Naked is an exploration of nihilism, loneliness, and existential despair. Johnny is the film's voice of chaos, questioning everything, rejecting societal norms, and confronting strangers with unsettling truths. He sees the world as meaningless, yet his relentless search for conversation suggests an unspoken desire for connection. The film paints a grim picture of urban life. London, in Naked, isn't a place of opportunity but a cold, indifferent labyrinth where lost souls drift aimlessly. The city's streets are dimly lit, filled with forgotten people, each carrying their own burdens. It's a world where hope is fleeting and human interaction often leads to pain. One of the film's most striking motifs is the contrast between control and helplessness. Johnny believes he has control over his mind, his words, his ideas. But in reality, he is at the mercy of his own destructive nature. Meanwhile, characters like Louise and Sophie are caught in cycles of emotional dependence, powerless to break free. Even the strangers Johnny meets, whether a lonely security guard or a mysterious woman, are trapped in their own routines, highlighting a world where everyone is searching for something but finding nothing. Naked forces viewers to confront uncomfortable truths. It doesn't offer easy resolutions or comforting messages. Instead, it strips away illusions, exposing the raw, unfiltered reality of human existence. When Naked premiered at the 1993 Cannes Film Festival, it left a lasting impression. Critics were mesmerized by its unrelenting intensity, and the film went on to win major awards: Best Director for Mike Leigh and Best Actor for David Thewlis. Thewlis's performance was especially praised for its depth, complexity, and sheer force. He wasn't just playing Johnny, he became him, delivering monologues with such raw energy that they felt improvised, even though every line was meticulously crafted. The film holds an impressive 89% rating on Rotten Tomatoes, with many critics calling it one of the best British films of the decade. Its dark themes and unflinching realism have been compared to the works of Ken Loach and Alan Clarke, directors known for their brutal portrayals of working-class struggles. However, Naked has not been without controversy. Some critics have taken issue with its depiction of women, arguing that the film portrays them as passive victims in Johnny's destructive path. Others find the film's bleak outlook overwhelming, with no redemption or catharsis offered. But even its detractors admit that Naked is a film that demands to be seen, discussed, and debated. Few movies capture the raw, chaotic energy of human existence like Naked. It is uncomfortable, thought-provoking, and for those willing to engage with its darkness, utterly unforgettable. Naked is more than just a movie. It's a raw, unfiltered exploration of the human condition. Through Johnny's sharp wit, chaotic wanderings, and relentless questioning of the world, Mike Leigh crafts a film that is both disturbing and deeply thought-provoking. Even decades after its release, Naked remains one of the most powerful and controversial pieces of British cinema. It doesn't just tell a story, it forces us to confront uncomfortable truths about loneliness, power, and the search for meaning in an indifferent world. What makes Naked truly timeless is its relevance today. The themes of alienation, economic struggle, and societal decay still resonate in a world where many feel lost and unheard. Johnny's journey may be unique to 1990s London, but his frustrations, fears, and philosophical debates could easily belong to someone living in today's society. If you haven't seen Naked yet, this is your invitation to experience one of the most gripping and thought-provoking films ever made. But be warned, it's not an easy watch. It will challenge you, unsettle you, and leave you thinking long after the credits roll. If you enjoyed this deep dive, don't forget to like this video, SEE, and subscribe to our channel, Movies Review. For more in-depth movie analyses and hidden details behind cinema's most unforgettable films, Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.